Almost 5 months ago, I made the best decision of my life. It has since impacted me in more ways than anything else. I married my favorite person in the world. It was a beautiful summer day, the weather was perfect, and many of our friends and family came out to support us. Now, because my wife is from Vernal, Utah, the day after our wedding, we went to an open house in her backyard for all of the people that couldn't come out to support us. After hours of incessant introductions to complete strangers, I managed to break away from the crowd to go get some food. And that's when I ran into my wife's little sister, Eve. Now, my wife and I got married July 19th. Eve's birthday is July 20th, and we both knew that she wouldn't be very happy with us celebrating ourselves on a day that's usually important because of her. But because of various factors, we decided to go through with it anyway. So when I walked up to Eve, I said, "Hey, Eve, sorry for getting married on your birthday." To which Sarah, my wife's older sister, responded, "No, you're not. If you were sorry, you wouldn't have done it." Now, Sarah was probably joking when she said this, but to me it didn't feel like a joke. It really made me reflect on a problem that I have, and that a lot of us have. And that problem is this: we apologize too much. Today I would like to talk about the problems associated with over-apologizing, as well as discuss a two-part solution as to how we can overcome this problem. So first, the problem. Apology, while rooted in good intentions, can lose its meaning if expressed too often. Just as using a curse word to describe how delicious your breakfast tastes makes it seem a little less potent when you're actually angry, apologizing over these smallest things can make us seem less sincere when we want to express true regret. Over-apologizing can express a sense of lack of self-respect or lack of self-confidence. I mean, think about it. If you're asking someone a favor and all you can do is apologize for it, you're basically telling them that you don't think you're good enough for them. On top of this, being in a state of constant regret can make us dwell on things that we can't control, such as the past, always wishing that we could go over and do it over again. But above all, over-apologizing is lying. And we're not just lying to other people, we're lying to ourselves. We convince ourselves that we feel more regret than we actually do. Minion McLaughlin said, "True remorse is never just regret over consequences, it's regret over motive." So if you're trying to express regret over motive like I did, but really you only feel regret over the consequences, then we are lying. So how do we go about fixing this? How can we make our apologies more intentional and less habitual? Well, the solution is two simple steps. First, we need to identify the problem in our own life, because half the battle of overcoming a bad habit is realizing that it exists in the first place. So you could ask yourself questions such as this: do I ever apologize for something I say or something I do, but I don't actually mean it? Do I use the word sorry when I'm trying to give condolences to someone who's suffering? Do I ever try to assume the fault for something that's definitely out of my control, such as an accident? Do I ever reject someone's forgiveness and just dwell on the mistake that I've made? Do I ever try to cover myself up with a blanket of apologies if I'm not prepared or if I'm feeling insecure? Am I so concerned with inconveniencing or offending the people around me that I'm convinced that the world is full of judgmental and impatient people? If you can answer yes to any of these questions, then you are well on your way to overcoming the problem of over-apologizing. Second, we need to make the change. Now, we don't need to simply just commit to stopping. Anyone who's tried to stop a bad habit realizes that you need to replace it with a better one. So if you are trying to give someone condolences, you can replace a phrase such as, "I'm so sorry," with, "I'm here for you," or "How can I help you?" If you're tempted to dwell on the past, you could replace phrases such as "my bad" or "it's my fault" with phrases that focus on the future, such as "I'll make it up to you," or "I'll do better next time." And rather than always apologize for our mistakes or our weaknesses, we could compliment others on their strengths, replacing phrases such as "I'm sorry I'm late" with "Thanks for waiting," or "You're a very patient person." These small changes not only will help us to increase our confidence in ourselves, but they'll also make our apologies seem more sincere in the future when we're trying to express true regret. So, in talking about the problems associated with over-apologizing as well as the potential solutions, I hope that I've inspired you to analyze the tendencies in your own life and to be able to eliminate them. Now, there is nothing inherently wrong with asking for forgiveness or expressing regret when you've actually made a mistake. I, for one, have made many mistakes in my life for which I can honestly say, I'm sorry. But about 5 months ago, I married the girl that I love. And despite what I said to her little sister, I'm not sorry for it. Thank you.